I realized I had raised someone who saw me as her enemy. I kindly helped my daughter with the housework. I called her to wake up and eat, but she stayed under the blanket and told me to get out. So I helplessly walked out of the room. I couldn't understand why my eldest daughter became distant from me after getting married, and why she suddenly became so fragile. But what I didn't know was, she just didn't want me to see the wounds on her body. As my adopted daughter, she had learned to endure, just like when she was a child. Even when she saw me favor my biological children, she pretended not to care. She thought she had no one in this world, and having food on the table was already a blessing. She was beaten again and again. She had once called me for help when she had nowhere else to go. But every time before I could ask what happened, my husband snatched the phone away and told my daughter not to complain all the time. He never imagined that his so-called perfect son-in-law was abusing her. My daughter planned to escape, so she waited until her husband was not home. She packed her belongings and secretly ran out. She went to see my actress friend, hoping she would buy her jewelry, so she could have the money to leave the country. My friend saw the bruises on her body and sensed something was wrong. She took my daughter to the hospital for a checkup. She knew she couldn't hide this from me. So after settling my daughter down, she came to my house and handed me the photos. I had just been happy to see my friend, but when I saw the injuries to my daughter, my heart shattered. I couldn't hold back my tears. That night, I told my husband that our daughter wanted a divorce, but he said she was being dramatic. He praised our son-in-law for being filial, and even said our daughter was unreasonable just like me. His words pierced my heart. I finally snapped and slapped him. I shouted that our daughter was foolish like me. That was why she endured all these years without telling me. It was all my fault. I tore up my new clothes, left my stunned husband behind, and went back to my room crying out loud. My husband looked down at the photos on the floor. The victim was his daughter, and the abuser was his perfect son-in-law. He couldn't believe it. So he decided to seek justice for our daughter in his own way. My husband stormed into the son-in-law's office. He pushed open the door violently. He smashed everything in sight and started beating the man he once admired. Releasing all the anger in his heart, the son-in-law asked in confusion what was going on. My husband threw the photos in front of him, then grabbed a board and started hitting him. The son-in-law finally dropped his act and fought back. He quickly overpowered my husband and slammed him to the ground. He arrogantly admitted he had beaten my daughter many times, and said even if they called the police, no one would believe it. Then he proudly walked away. But the moment he left, my husband took out his phone. It contained every word he had just said.